gonna show you guys real quick how to save yourself some headaches just by paying attention. So I got old Champ here, 3-year-old, that I wanna go out and ride, and I'm, saddling him. We just did a video on polo wraps, and he has ants in his pants. He's just all over the place, being mouthy, and he's just telling me that this ride isn't gonna start off good. So rather than jumping right into a fight that I know is gonna be there, I'm gonna take a few minutes and I'm gonna lunge this horse. And I'm just gonna do it on a rope. I don't have a lot of time. I rode him yesterday. I think a lot of you guys probably get in that same situation. But I'm gonna show you how to lunge that horse and actually have it, get something out of it. I see this all the time. As a matter of fact, I just saw this the other day here at my own barn. I look up and there's a horse just mindlessly galloping around on the wrong lead like a maniac. And all that is just flat out trying to run until they get tired. Well, I want to work on that horse all the time. I want him thinking about what he's doing. Yeah, I want to get a little of the fresh out, but I always want to be kind of training and getting that horse to where he's accountable. You don't just get to be a maniac just because you're feeling good. What I like to do is use this chain. Lots of reasons. You don't have to use a chain. This is a stud though, and if I want to put a lot of pressure on him, I want to be able to, or I guess I should say, I want to be able to put enough pressure on him to where he respects me. On the ground, he's probably got, 800 pounds on me, so I need all the help I can get. Now, what I would do, rather than put this chain around the nose, just go through like this, through one side, through the other side. This is actually a short chain, which isn't ideal. And then you can either clip it together like that, or what I'm gonna do, because I think it's a little risky, I'm gonna clip that on there like so. So now I've got a chain that moves freely, but it's on that horse's chin, which actually is the same spot as your chin strap goes if you're riding in a shank bridle, okay? He already's kind of got a clue of what's gonna happen here. And we'll go out here and go work him a little bit. Worst case scenario, you go out there and say he really wasn't fresh, so you've lost 3 minutes of your day before you ride by trying to help your horse and help yourself from being too frustrated just because your horse is kind of feeling good. This guy here, I think he's just getting ants in his pants because he's been saddled for a while and he's just like, come on, let's get on with it. So you could get yourself a lunge line and a whip. If you think your horse is that fresh, you probably need to do that. I think he's just kind of antsy. I want to get this out of his system quick. I'm not even going to grab a lunge whip. I think just this rope's enough to do it. I like the short rope because I can stop him faster, and now I've got this chain, so he's gonna know if I mean business. Let me send him out. The point of that chain is so when they go ripping and running away from you, that you can pull that chain and get a hold of their nose. If you get a hold of their nose or their head, you can control that horse. Like that right there. So the minute he went to go jump around and play and take this lead rope away from me, that's when I pulled on that chain. I don't mind if he runs around, but just respect where I'm at. And I use the chain so I don't have to pull very hard. And when you're doing this, don't get yourself walking all over the arena. Try to stay in the same vicinity. Let this horse work around you. And see, I think this is a little different than throwing a horse on a long lunge line like Lee has out there. And even he's got that reeled in a little bit. I got a lot more control of the action right here. Now, sometimes those horses, if they're just jogging and they won't lope, they could be bluffing, holding it in. Just kind of chase them. There, yeah, maybe he did have a little energy in there. And notice, the only time I pull on this rope is if he tries to go outside that vicinity. Whatever this rope is, maybe 8 feet. If he tries to go 9, give him a little tug. If he stays inside, I leave him alone. Oh, but this 5 minutes, you'd be surprised how it'll change your ride for the better. Hey Lee, you don't like to just let them lunge around just doing whatever they want on a real long rope, right? Lee just said you let them get ripping and running, they slip and fall and get hurt. This is another example too of how everything ties together. I mean, this is basically just groundwork, but we're just using it to try to take a little edge off this horse. Look at his demeanor now. There's the licking his lips. Now he looks like he's ready to ride. You know, in the cross ties, he just was like a little kid that was like, come on, I wanna go, I wanna go. And I could tell you the first 5 minutes of my ride, he was gonna be the exact same way. And so now I think we have a much better chance of going out, starting off the ride from the very beginning on a good note. It's gonna be way easier and safer for me, and more than likely, it's gonna be a shorter ride for Champ, which I know if you could speak English, you would say that's what you wanted. All right, let's go riding.
Are you looking to step your game up? Perfect. All you have to do is go to mattmillsrainey.com. It's only $24.95 a month. Sign up today, because the key to success is knowing.